I spend my nights under the stage lights, but after the applause, I'm back in my truck from my hometown dealer, Benoit Motors. The country roads of Louisiana are my soul, and Benoit Motors gets who I am and who we are. They are proud to be a dealership for the everyday American. Join me and become a member of their family. Benoit Motors, they're with you for all your life's big moments and all the miles in between.
Hello, Panther Nation, and welcome to the Coach Lee Doty Show, brought to you by Benoit Ford of Farmville. If you need a new ride, make that short drive to Farmville and let Danny Benoit and his friendly staff make that new car a reality. I'm William Handy, and I'm here with Coach Lee Doty. Coach, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Well, Coach, the Panthers hosted the undefeated Church Point Bears Friday night in the LHSAA 3A semifinals and came away with a decisive 38-0 win. I thought the Panthers played extremely well in all three phases of the game. The offense controlled the line of scrimmage and was able to, effectively run and pass the ball. The defense never allowed Church Point to establish its running game and also generated 2 interceptions. Special teams produced a field goal and had really great kick coverage that kept Church Point pinned pretty much deep in their end of the field. Coach, there was a great deal of fanfare about Church Point's defense, which had only given up 40 points in 11 games. The offensive line and the running backs, they really set the tone early with that 5-play, 79-yard touchdown drive that took all of 44 seconds. Of course, that offense generated 3 more rushing touchdowns and a 77-yard touchdown pass from Mason Lawhon to John Barr. Coach, would you talk about the job that defense did against that experienced that offense did against that experienced Church Point defense?
Well, I thought that our kids came out ready to play. I thought we had a great week of practice and a great week of preparation, and a lot of respect for Church Point, a lot of respect for their coaching staff, and J.C. Arsenault, very good friend of mine, lots of respect. But, the media and some other people kind of really, just to be honest with you, had pushed their defense kind of down our throat all week long, and I think our kids about heard enough of it. And, we came out and executed and hit on all cylinders, and, we were very physical, and, I can't say enough about our kids.
Well, that Church Point offense, just shifting gears, came in averaging 43.7 points per game, running that wing T offense, which, quite honestly, it's been a challenge for the Panthers in the past. But that Panther defense, they held Church Point to 170 total yards and played extremely well at all 3 levels, defensive line, linebackers, and the secondary. Coach, how satisfying was it to see that defense get that shutout against the wing T, and really your overall thoughts of their performance?
We did a good job. I contacted a whole bunch of people last week about defending the wing T. And, I'm not a guy that's arrogant enough to think I know everything. So I had to reach out to some guys that have a lot more experience with that than me. And, they gave me some pointers and gave me some tips. And a lot of those guys are my old buddies from Mississippi. So, the things, our alignment and some of our movements and some of our reads changed, from what we'd been doing. And, our speed on defense is trouble for a misdirection team, and so we had a good plan. Our kids went out and executed it, and I'm just excited about it as I can be.
Well, in regards to the special teams, of course, we had that nice 32-yard field goal from Jacob Green, but really because the outstanding play of the offense and defense, special team work came mainly from the kickoff team, which I thought did a great job, like I said, of keeping Church Point on their end of the field to start their drives. Coach, I thought that kick coverage continued to be excellent even Friday night.
It did, and I tell you, it was really a turning point for us because Church Point hasn't played from the minus end of the field a whole lot all year. So, we didn't have a whole lot of info on them, what they did from the 10 to the 30, coming out, or what they do from the 20 to the 40 coming out. So they haven't spent a lot of time back there, and they don't have a lot of experience coming out like that this year. So kind of shook them up a little bit probably.
Well, one last thing I wanted to recognize, Coach, was really that unbelievable atmosphere Friday. I mean, it was something special, I thought. We had a huge crowd. They were loud. We had the fireworks going off, the smoke. You got all the fans, lining the walkway coming on to the field. Coach, I thought there's no better way for that team to hit the field than what they had coming out Friday night.
Yes, no doubt, man. It's the biggest gate since I've been here. I don't know, they may have had a bigger one in history, but this is the biggest crowd we had since I've been here, and a very vocal crowd. And, the atmosphere was electric, and, our kids took advantage of it.
Okay, well, Coach, we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll preview the state championship game against the Union Farmers, and we'll get your closing comments. We'll be back in just a moment.
I spend my nights under the stage lights, but after the applause, I'm back in my truck from my hometown dealer, Benoit Motors. The country roads of Louisiana are my soul, and Benoit Motors gets who I am and who we are. They are proud to be a dealership for the everyday American. Join me and become a member of their family. Benoit Motors, they're with you for all your life's big moments and all the miles in between.
First Security Title of Monroe provides real estate transaction services in Northeast Louisiana. The closing process has never been easier. With a dedicated staff that takes pride in helping our customers obtain quality service. First Security Title, 1818 Avenue of America, Monroe.
Welcome back to the Coach Lee Doty Show, brought to you by Benoit Ford of Farmerville. Well, Coach, the Panthers will be headed down to the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans to take on a familiar foe in the Union Farmers. Kickoff for the game will be 3:30 on Saturday, and tickets can be purchased through Ticketmaster for $19 or at the gate. I believe they're going to be $22. I want to let everybody know no tickets are being sold through or at Sterlington High School, and I will add these are one-game tickets and it's not the day passes that we've had in the past. But I'd still like to encourage, everyone who can to come down for the game and see these Panthers live as they go for history in the Dome Saturday and pursue that state title. Of course, Coach, as I said, we'll be meeting Union for the second time this year. Of course, Union will feature their talented running back in Trey Holly, who has continued his stellar play this year, and he's in pursuit of that state rushing record. And they also have their quarterback, Cole Dyson, back, who I believe he was hurt when he played us in the first game. And, of course, they'll have all their talent that they have on the roster, as they always do. Coach, just a question. This will be the second time since 2018 that the Panthers will meet Union in the playoffs after a regular season game. Given the fact that both programs are so familiar with each other and kind of know each other's tendencies, does that make it any easier, or does it make it harder really to game plan because you are so familiar with those guys?
Well, their quarterback is back. He played all but one play against us at Farmable. But he's a difference maker for him for sure. Having him back, he's an operator, and he does a good job for him. So I know they're happy to have him back. It would be more fun in preparation and excitement if we were playing someone different. For me personally, but it is what it is, and we've played them. So I think we played them 10 times. In 5 years it seems like, but. It's a testament to how strong this district is, and we'd have a lot bigger crowd if we just go out here to ULM or Louisiana Tech and play. I can promise you that. So, but our kids are excited about the Dome trip, and I think we have the type of team that would be excited if we were playing Perryville High School. So, exciting times for us, and looking forward to getting down there and having a good time.
I agree with you, Coach. This team, they just seem to rise to the occasion, wherever they're playing or whoever they're playing. Coach, when you win a semifinal game as a head coach, the preparation for that next game in the Dome goes well beyond the game plan of the X's and O's. You have to take on logistics of getting the team down, places to stay. I mean, there's a number of responsibilities you have. Coach, I really would like you to just kind of let people know what your week has looked like so far and what remains to be done before kickoff on Saturday at 3:30.
Well, after Friday night, man, we got to enjoy the game a little bit and celebrate. And, came in Saturday about 8, and we had a Zoom meeting with the LHSAA at 11 and kind of got, the plans on what we had to start planning, to be honest with you. But, the hotel rooms were a nightmare trying to find hotel rooms. The hotel rooms still got evacuees in them down there, a lot of them, and the ones that don't are full of people that are working to rebuild New Orleans. And, the COVID protocols we got to go through. We got to have all of our kids tested, and that's a Superdome policy, by the way. That's not a Coach Doty policy, for all you parents out there that's wondering why I waited till this week to test them. But that's a Superdome policy, and so all that has to be planned. Our meals, and thank gosh for Miss Lucius, to help us out on that. And but it's been a long week already, and it's early. So but yeah, I mean, all that's fun because it's a problem that a whole bunch of other coaches would love to have, and it's just kind of part of the excitement and and doing those type of things. But yeah, it's a challenge this year to get to New Orleans, no doubt.
Well, Coach, this year's seniors, this was your second freshman class after you took over as head coach. You've watched these guys grow up from middle school players in 8th grade to the young men they are today. And you and this coaching staff have molded them over the past 4 seasons. And I believe the bulk of this class has stuck it out for all 4 years. I know that you've had 2 or 3 drop to the side and maybe pick some up, but the bulk of these guys have been here for that full 4 years. Coach, what are your thoughts about this senior class as they take the field for the last time this Saturday in the championship game?
Well, I think it's a fitting way for our kids to go out. I think anything less than a dome trip for these seniors, probably wouldn't be good enough. All these seniors that are going with us down here, only one of them hasn't been here for 4 years, and he's been here for 3. So, I mean, that's great that we've had them. We've had 19 out of 20 guys for 4 years, and all these guys contribute. And not all of them start, but every one of them contribute in some way. So, it's going to be awesome to watch them run out into the dome knowing that that's their last high school football game. Another thing that's great for me is we maxed our time together this year. There can't be, we don't get to practice next week, We've maxed our time, and I've enjoyed this group as much as I've enjoyed any other group I've had. This group ain't about a whole lot of drama. It's a loud group sometimes, but it's not a lot of drama with this bunch. I mean, they all love each other, and there's no issues among the guys as far as the age. Our seniors like the freshmen and sophomores and juniors. We all get along, and I think it's because of our senior class. They're so close that, it's provided a culture here that, we're all in this together, and we all want to go out together, and we all want to go out as winners.
And that speaks a lot too, I think, Coach, to you as a coach and the coaches you've surrounded yourself with, this staff. I think, what you do bleeds down to those kids, and I remember one time Coach Eddie Robinson said he was not about just building good football players, but good Americans. And that always stuck with me, what he said. Coaches have more influence over kids than a lot of people do, and they look to you guys as they may be the second father, maybe the only father some have. And I always thought that was important. I mean, Coach Robinson said a lot of important things, but that always stuck to me, and I thought that was very, very fitting. One final question, Coach, and this is really more of a family question I wanted to ask you about. Of course, your immediate family, your wife, Miss Sochi, and you got your daughters, Cheyenne, Sage, and Sky, and your extended family as well. Y'all are very close, and they have always supported you, this coaching staff, the support staff. I mean, they support the team, the high school, the community. How special is it to have that family support as a coach? I mean, not only for you individually, but what you do as a coach.
Well, I got 3 or 4 families to talk about. My coaching family first. We're close. The guys in this building are close, and even at times when there's been chatter about something, none of that's really mattered except what the people in this building think. And we're tight. We don't always agree, and that makes us even a better staff. We can discuss things, and at the end of the day, when we walk out of this building, we want what's best for the Sterlington Panthers. Our school family up here is unbelievable. I mean, we got a great support staff. Our administration is great. Miss Connie that works in the office, and it just keeps going and going and going. And, other than that, you got the guys and girls that work with our program, and Anna's doing a great job, a first-year trainer, and she gets to go to the Dome. She came in here with a rabbit foot in her pocket, I told her the other day. So, good for her and all the girls that she touches and trains, and she's a good role model. So, all that kind of bleeds into how my family is at home. We're very tight, and I think a lot of that has to do with when me and Soji were first married and we started having kids. We didn't live around any grandmothers, or we lived off. It was nobody. And, if it needed a babysitter, it was me or her. And so that kind of drew us together. We didn't have anybody to depend on. We had to depend on each other. And our kids have grown up in that, and they believe in that, and it's bled out into our extended families, of course. And my people over in Mississippi, they watch the games on TV and come when they can. And Soji's family, they come when they can. And so it's just been a heck of a journey for us. And I really would love to finish this job down in New Orleans, and it would mean more for me to do it for them than it means to me to do it for me, if that makes any sense at all.
Oh, that makes perfect sense.
And, they deserve this. And I think our kids deserve it. I think our community deserves it. And we're going to go out there and we're going to fight and do our best to bring it home.
Amen. Well, Coach, it's almost hard to ask if you got any more closing comments. That was such a great way to send it off. But do you have any closing comments?
I know that our fans are going to come. I know they're going to be there, and I know they're going to do whatever it takes to get in that dome to see us fight. So I hope everybody has a safe trip down. I hope they enjoy the game. And, there's going to be a winner and there's going to be a loser. And I know that Sunday the sun's going to come up, and it's just going to shine a little bit brighter on the people that win. But we're going to be there, and we're going to fight, and we're going to do this thing for y'all. So, as always, go Panthers.
Well, Coach, thank you for spending some time with us, and I don't believe we'll be doing a show next week, win, lose, or draw, so it's been a pleasure working with you this year, and look forward to a great game come Saturday.
I spend my nights under the stage lights, but after the applause, I'm back in my truck from my hometown dealer, Benoit Motors. The country roads of Louisiana are my soul, and Benoit Motors gets who I am and who we are. They are proud to be a dealership for the everyday American. Join me and become a member of their family. Benoit Motors. They're with you for all your life's big moments and all the miles in between.
This broadcast is copyrighted by Empire Media and Management. Any unauthorized reproduction is strictly prohibited.